Hello students, I am Raghavendra Namdev, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Oriental College of Technology, Bhopal. This is first of set of video lectures on the topic of steam nozzles. In this lecture, we will start by defining a steam nozzle, then we'll discuss types of nozzles and function of steam nozzle. Then we will try to understand nature of steam flow through nozzle, and finally we will apply steady flow energy equation to derive expression for velocity of steam as it flows through the nozzle. So we start with definition. A steam nozzle is a passage of varying cross section through which heat energy of steam is converted to kinetic energy. It produces steam jet with high velocity to drive steam turbine. A schematic diagram of convergent divergent nozzle is shown in the figure, where cross-section of the nozzle varies continuously as steam enters and then proceed towards exit of the nozzle. Nozzles basically are passages to accelerate the flow of fluids. This increase in velocity is at the expense of pressure. In steam nozzle, the fluid involved is steam. Steam nozzle receives high pressure, high temperature steam from steam generator and produces steam jet with high velocity. Types of nozzles. Now, there are three types of nozzles: convergent nozzle, divergent nozzle, and convergent divergent nozzle, as shown in the figure. In the convergent nozzle, the cross-sectional area of the nozzle continuously decreases from entrance to exit. In the divergent nozzle, the cross-sectional area increases as fluid enters to and then proceed towards exit. And in convergent divergent nozzle, the cross-sectional area first decreases and then increases as the fluid moves towards exit. In the convergent nozzle, we have lower expansion ratio and hence lower outlet velocities. Velocity at all points of convergent nozzle is subsonic, except at the exit where it could be sonic. Divergent nozzle requires inlet velocity as sonic or supersonic. Now, practically this is not possible to have inlet velocity sonic or supersonic, so it is not practical. Convergent divergent nozzle is the most widely used steam nozzle. It has higher expansion ratio as addition of divergent portion produces steam at higher velocities beyond sonic velocity. The smallest section of the nozzle is called throat. Function of nozzle. A steam nozzle, a steam nozzle that is used in turbine performs two functions. First, it produces a portion of energy of steam obtained from steam generator into kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is transformed into shaft work in two different ways. In the impulse turbine, nozzle directs the steam jet of high velocity against blades which are free to move in order to convert kinetic energy into shaft work. Whereas in the reaction turbine, the nozzles are free to move and discharge high velocity steam. The reactive force of the steam against the nozzle produces motion and work is obtained. Now we'll discuss the steam flow through nozzle. Steam enters the nozzle with high pressure and low velocity and leaves with high velocity and low pressure. As steam passes through the nozzle, the enthalpy of steam is converted into kinetic energy. The process may be considered reversible adiabatic or isentropic, since there is no heat transfer and friction can be ignored. Since there is no heat transfer, it is adiabatic, and because friction can be ignored, it is reversible. Now we will apply steady flow energy equation and derive an expression for velocity of steam. Consider reversible adiabatic flow of 1 kilogram of steam through the nozzle. Let V2 denotes velocity of steam at section 2, that is exit section, and V1 velocity of steam at section 1, that is entry section, both in meter per second. H2 denotes enthalpy of steam at section 2 and H1 enthalpy of steam at section 1, both in joules per kilogram. The steady flow energy equation for one-dimensional flow can be written as Q plus H1 plus V1 square upon 2 plus GZ1 equal to W plus H2 plus V2 square upon 2 plus GZ2. Here nozzle surface is control surface and nozzle volume is the control volume. Q and W are the heat and work respectively crossing the boundary of the system. The expression within bracket, that is on LHS, H1 plus V1 square upon 2 plus GZ1, is energy transported in the system with steam, which is sum of enthalpy supported by H, kinetic energy, that is V square upon 2, and potential energy, that is GZ1, Z being elevation of steam. On the RHS, the suffix 2 denotes exit, so enthalpy plus kinetic energy plus potential energy is denoted within the bracket. The left hand side represents energy entering the system and right hand side the energy leaving the system. Both are equal as per first law of thermodynamics. Remember that the equation has been written for 1 kilogram of steam flow. Now, for isentropic flow with no work transfer, Q is equal to 0, that is there is no transfer of heat energy, and W is equal to 0, that is there is no work transfer. Besides, we can write Z1 equal to Z2, that is elevation is nearly same. So steady flow energy equation for the steam nozzle becomes H1 plus V1 square upon 2 equal to H2 plus V2 square upon 2. This has been shown by equation 1. On simplifying, we can write V2 equal to square root of 2h1 minus h2 plus v1 square. This is represented by equation 2. Now normally inlet velocity v1 is far less than v2. So v1 can be ignored and we get velocity of steam leaving the nozzle as v2 equal to square root of 2h1 minus h2 as shown by equation 3. It must be remembered that here enthalpy is in joules, but enthalpy values available in steam tables are usually in kilojoules. So in calculations, the expression for velocity becomes V2 equal to square root of 2 into 1000 h1 minus h2. Then if we take the numerical value is 2 into 1000 out of the square root, it becomes V2 equal to 44.72 into square root of h1 minus h2. The value obtained will be in meter per second, where h is in kilojoules. Above equation for velocity together with continuity equation a1 v1 upon small v1 equal to a2 v2 upon small v2. A being sectional cross-sectional area and small v the specific volume. These two equations are very useful in solving numericals based on nozzles. Hope you will find this topic very useful. Thank you.